Well, hello everybody and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Glinda, coming to you live on this Wednesday evening for the All Soul Show on this May 7th, 2025. Kind of like a really nice day here today. Finally, we had so much rain here in the New York area, but it's 64 and mostly clear, and something out there it must be mating time for something out there, because it's been doing something for, I don't know what it is. It cannot be a bird. It must be something else, but it's calling for someone. We're not calling for Johnny G, but welcome here to the All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. Everything is a request tonight, I think, except two records. The first two records I'm featuring coming up after this instrumental. So thank you all for being here. We're here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. So if you're new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. The show continues to grow each and every week with all the shows. This week there's only two shows. I will not be doing the 78 show tomorrow afternoon. I'll be back Saturday night for the 1950s and early 60s edition. So if you do have a request, please send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. So we just opened up with a request, instrumental request here for listener Charles Liebman, this keyboardist, pianist, and band leader for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Motown empire, Mr. Earl Van Dyke. Earl Van Dyke, this was his first release on the Motown-based soul record label, a tune written and produced by Richard Street and Berry Gordy Jr., called Soul Stomp. His first of 9 on the soul label. Now, he has a release prior to this. I think I have it because it looked familiar. It's on a label called Renaissance Records. 45 Cat has 1958 as the release date. That's not correct. I think it's more like 1960 or 61. Someone needs to fix that because the print is too big for a 1958 release. But anyway, this one from September 64 by request for Charles Liebman, Earl Van Dyke, on Soul Records with Soul Stomp. That's what we do here on a Wednesday evening. So thank you all for being here. Please consider liking this video, those of you on YouTube. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Got a big crowd here tonight already. Let's kick it off here. These are two that I've added into the program. These two here. So let's open up the vocal portion with this gal from Florida, but she was raised in Philadelphia. Her real name is Tina Brittenham, but she recorded as Tina Britt, and here is her debut single. This is her first of 2 for Juggy Murray's Eastern label. Now, the tune written by Jojo Armstead, Nick Ashford, and Valerie Simpson. Now, this was first recorded. Betty Everett did this first, released in March of 1963. Interesting to note, though, that with the first issues of this, the writer credit is given to Ed Silver. I think this might, I don't know if he was her producer or her manager or whatever, but he kind of rushed this song out under his name, and he was probably sent a letter, a cease and desist. He changed it after that, was forced to change it to the original writers, and once he found out about it. But this record bubbled under at number 103, was number 20 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 6 record on WVPM out of Chicago. Let's go to April of 1965. We open up the vocal portion with Tina Britt. Tina Britt on Eastern, and the song is called The Real Thing.
What you say, girl?
Yeah, there you go. We open up the vocal portion there with a cool tune by Tina Britt. Actually, a cover song, we can say. April 1965 there, her rendition of the tune The Real Thing, her first of two on the Eastman record label, originally done by Betty Everett. Now, you know, the Chiffons also recorded this, and this was the first B-side to their, I guess we can call it their modest hit called Nobody Knows What's Going On in His Mind But Me. They would pull that record and replace it with another tune for whatever reason, I don't know, but maybe there was too much. They wanted the Betty Everett version to really maybe push it up the charts there, but anyway, that's a cool tune any way you look at it. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition, and this was another one that I selected for the show. This quartet out of Asbury Park, New Jersey, first recording back in 1965 for the Selsum label. They were known as the Uniques. They would sign with MGM Records and change their name to the Broadways. Now, the group included Ronnie Coleman, Mo Morris, Leon Trent, and lead singer Billy Brown. This was their second of two on the MGM record label. This charted number 13 on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to August 1966. The sound of the Broadways on the MGM record label. It's called You Just Don't Know, the Broadways. That's the great sound of the Broadways here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That one there from August 1966. That's Billy Brown on lead, You Just Don't Know. That's actually the B-side of the 45, believe it or not. And in 1969, Billy Brown would join Al Goodman and Johnny Morgan to record As the Moments on the Stang record label. You know the tune Love on a Two-Way Street. And in the 1980s, Goodman and Brown would join Harry Ray to record as Ray Goodman and Brown in the 1980s. Yeah, as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, and let's fill a request for UK listener David Dallison. And this gal, great singer here, she's originally from Kingstree, South Carolina. We feature her here often on the All 60s edition. First recording back in 1960 for the No More record label. Had her first two releases are pretty nice tunes, All in My Mind and Funny. She would also move over to ABC Paramount in 1961, had some nice releases there, I think 8 in all through 1962, until she signed with Wand Records in 1963 to have 18 releases through 1967. Let's give a listen to her 13th for Wand, as requested by David Dallison in the UK. This tune written by Rudy Clark, produced by Steve Tyrell. This charted regionally. This was number 6 on WJLB, if you were listening out of Detroit, Michigan, from April of 66. Let's give a listen to Miss Maxine Brown. Maxine Brown on Wand for David Dallison. It's called 1 in a Million. Yeah, that record is trashed, by the way. Found that record out in the wild for 10 cents, and it was worn. It didn't sound so bad. Thank God it's not a styrene press. But there you go. That's the great sound of Maxine Brown, April 1966 release on the Wand record label. That's for David Dallison. David Dallison in the UK, 1 in a Million. I know they pretty much like that tune. This song was covered. Retta Hughes also recorded this. I don't know if I have that one by her. It was on the Columbia label back in 1967. Let us continue here. I have another request here for a UK listener, but I'm trying to find where I put his song. And it's for a listener here. I have his name. His name Where is it? The Johnny Taylor record. Here it is. It's for Mark McHugh. And where is his GJ? So that's 2, page 3. Bill. Oh, I see, because all your requests are on my table, folks. Here it is. Got to be over here. Oh, here we go. It's on page 4. I got about 8 pages of requests here for you listeners out there. But I forgot to mention that Broadways record, I paid $10 for that from a Doowop collector. Who was it? He's from Lower Burrell, I think, is when he had a soul section. And I saw that record on there. I said, I'll take it for $10. It was no problem. But anyway, let's continue here. Touch of the 70s here. I got to get into the oldies and more chat room. Touch of the 70s here. And I know that Miami Santi's a big fan of the 1970s. This is a request for UK listener Mark McHugh. Been featuring this singer from Crawfordsville, Arizona, on the Stax record label. Last week I played his 9th release called Who's Making Love. Actually, I played both sides of that cool record for listener Eminem. This week, this is a request for listener Mark McHugh. I guess it jogged his mind. He said, Johnny, this is a great tune. This is his 14th release on the Stax record label, written by Anthony Hester and Richard Wiley, produced by Don Davis. Let's go back to May of 1970 for the sound of Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor on the Stax label. And although this is Wednesday night, this tune is called Friday Night from Mark McHugh.
Woo! All right. I gotta tell you too. Friday night I rush home with all my faith. I work hard to keep her satisfied in every way. I look forward to a hot meal and a warm embrace. I can hardly wait to see her ever-loving face. But the moment that I walk through the door, there's a bang scattered all in the middle of the floor. It's a Friday night, she left me. Friday night, I'm a bachelor. Friday night, my baby's gone. Friday night, I'm all alone. Friday night, the smile was as cold as ice. She forgot all the things and all of my sacrifice. Girl, for you I walked around with scratches on my clothes and my feet on the ground. Now you can stand here and look me straight in the eye and tell me you're gonna put me down. You never, you really, really took me by surprise. Told me you found you another guy. That was on Friday night, if my memory serves me correctly. Friday night, you left me. Baby, why did you leave me? You know when you left me, it was gonna grieve me. Oh! Woo! Let me tell you, somebody lost their love on Monday. Somebody
Cover tunes here on the Vinyltreasure Show. I didn't know that. That song that Mark Speck mentions in the chat room there, that this Johnny Taylor tune is actually a remake of the Steve Mancha tune on Groovesville. And Don Davis produced both versions of that, but this was requested by a UK listener. As I go back to my notes here, UK listener Mark McHugh, that's May 1970, touch of the 70s here, for Mr. Johnny Taylor. He was really a great singer, I have to say. Johnny Taylor on the Stax label called Friday Night. It's not a Friday night, it is a Wednesday evening. It's Wednesday evening here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing as we get more subscribers. So YouTube shut me down last Wednesday. It's so horrible when they do that, and then they post the show. So if the show does get shut down, you can always listen to the stream live on Oldies and More Radio, oldiesandmore.com. There's a player there, so you can listen to that. That's your backup if it goes down on YouTube. I just don't want it to go down, so that's why I kind of stay away from the hits. I had to turn away some number one hits that were sent into the program. I just can't risk it, unfortunately. But anyway, let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat. I have a couple of releases here, a couple of requests here sitting for a while, but he requested this. A singer from Harlem, New York, began recording for George Goldner's Gone record label in the late 1950s. Actually 1958, had 2 releases. Then he signed with Decca Records, 6 releases on Decca with vocal groups on some of those, and then also I think a release on End and on May, and then 2 on Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller's Blue Cat Records out of New York City. And Chris requested their second release, this tune written by Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich, produced by Jeff Barry, and arranged by Artie Butler. Now, this also bubbled under on Billboard at number 117, but this was a big number 1 record, believe it or not, on KFR in Battle Creek, Michigan. Let's go to September of 1965 by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. It's Mr. Sam Hawkins. Sam Hawkins on Blue Cat Records. It's called I Know It's All Right. This is for Chris Reed.
I know it's all right, girl. I know it's all right. I know it's all right, girl. I know it's all right. Do you remember when you brought me home? Your daddy told me to leave you alone, but it can't be wrong. It can't be wrong. Good love, baby's like a top 10 song. So I know it's all right, girl. I know it's all right. I know it's all right, girl. I know it's all right. If you got $1, that's more than me. But who needs
There you go. That one there by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Sam Hawkins. His second release on the Blue Cat record label from September 65. It's called I Know It's All Right. Hopefully it's all right. You're digging on the cool tunes for this Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here on Oldies and More Radio, so live on the YouTube stream. Let us fill a request now for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room now. This next group from New York previously sang as the Montells on the Golden Crest record label, and also as the Pussycats on the Keech, or Ketch, Keetch, Keech. I don't know how to pronounce that. But they would add a male member to the group and become the Witches and a Warlock. Now, the members included Glenda and Faye Barnes, and the male was, Charlotte Parsons and Raymond Berry. And they had releases on the Sioux City label and also on the Calla labels. But before they added the male member, Raymond Berry, they had a release as the Witches. So then they added the Warlock. But they were first known as the Witches. And Warren's request is on Burt Burns' Bang record label. Glenda Barnes, she's on lead. Let's go to July of 65 for the Witches on Bang Records by request for Warren Russell. It's called She's Got You Now, the Witches.
If I had played my cards right, I'd still be your girl. But a handsome guy that I met caught my eye. And it turned out he was untrue. He left me sad, kind of blue, and I lost you too somehow. And she's got you now, 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 and she's got you now. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye, goodbye. I had your love and still I wasn't satisfied. The grass looked greener to me on the other side. Because of my mistake, I didn't hold my breath tomorrow. When you take your way back, and she's got you now, 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 and she's got you now. And she's got you now, 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 and she's got you now. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye. Bye bye, baby, 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 goodbye.
As Johnny G's getting caught here. There you go. That's one there by request for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Witches before they became Witches and a Warlock, July 1965. That's Glenda Barnes on lead. She's Got You Now is the name of the tune. Johnny G's Got You Now as you're tuned into the Vinyltreasure Show. Tell your friends about this program here as this show continues to grow and grow. Thank you all for being here as we continue. And let's fill a request. Finally found this record. I've had it in, it was misfiled. It was misfiled. And this is an old request. It's an old request for Busta Bass. And he requested this singer born in New Orleans, Louisiana. His name is King Floyd III. First recording back in 1965 on Original Sound Records. I think also releases on Uptown and Pulsar. But this is on Tommy Couch and Wolf Stevenson's Chimneyville Records, which was out of Jackson, Mississippi. And he is known mostly for the flip side of this record, which was a hit, a song called Groove Me. But Busta requested the B-side. Now, this is a song he wrote, and it's actually, wow, Charlene, I didn't know, 16 releases on Chimneyville. This is his first of 16 on Chimneyville from September 1970. Touch of the 70s here. By request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. King Floyd's his name. King Floyd on Chimneyville. It's called What Our Love Needs. This is for Busta Bass.
And not so much hitting. Oh yeah, baby. Girl, let's stop this fighting. 'Cause our love needs tightening. Yes, it does. Listen. Our love has fallen down. So let's build it up again from the ground. 'Cause our hearts need correction. Baby, our love needs protection from loneliness. Baby, and then tenderness will possess if there is more kissing, not so much hitting. Do you hear me, baby? It will be exciting, so delighting. Yes, it will, honey. 'Cause when two people are in love, they stick together like a hand inside a glove. So let's head in that direction and give our love more protection from loneliness. Yeah, now, baby, and then tenderness will possess. Girl, listen to me, honey. Baby, oh yeah, now listen, girl. You say you want me, you know I want you. So here's all we got to do is give our love more affection. And baby, we'll have that protection from loneliness. Yes, we will, baby. And then tenderness will possess. Oh, baby, let's stop this fighting. Can't you see, darling, our love needs tightening. It's just no good without harmony. Let's stop all love is tightening, girl. Come on, baby.
I really think that is a cool B-side there. I have to admit, I'm sure I played the B-side. I just didn't remember it, but I think that's a cool tune by King Floyd. That one there by request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. That one there released in September of 1970. That's his first release on Chimneyville Records. What Our Love Needs is the name of the tune. Now, Busta Bass wants Johnny G to test the waters here. So I think in the early part of the show, I can do that. They let me get away with a lot. That's why it's so important for you listeners out there who are tuned into the program to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because the more subscribers I have, the more leeway I get with playing some of these more well-known records. That's what I ask. But let's play the flip side of this by instant request for Bust the Bass, Mr. King Floyd. This was used, wasn't this recently used in a commercial? There was a commercial, somebody had a commercial with this song in it. But there you go, I flipped it over here. So let's give a listen to this hit. It's a hit from September, released in September of 1970 on Chimneyville Records. This is the A-side, the flip side of What Our Love Needs. It's by King Floyd, an instant request for Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called Groove Me.
Oh, sucky, sucky now. Hey! Come on, baby. Hey there, sugar dumplings. Let me tell you something, girl, I've been trying to say now. You look so sweet and you're so doggone fine. I just can't get you out of my mind. You become a sweet taste in my mouth now. And I want you to be my spouse, so that we can live happily now, in a great big old roomy house. And I know you're gonna groove me, baby. Oh yeah, now make me feel good inside. Come on and groove me, baby. I need you to groove me. Oh yeah, now, darling. Come on, come on. Hey there, sugar dumplings. Come on, give me something, girl, I've been needing for days. Yes, some good loving with plenty hugging. Ooh, you cute little thing, you. Girl, between you and me now, we don't need no company. No other man, no other girl can enter into our world, not as long as you prove me, baby. Oh, come on, make me feel good inside. Come on, groove me, baby, move me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, mama. Oh, I like it like that, baby. Groove me, baby. Hey! Groove me, darling. Come on, come on. I need you to sock it to me, mama. Come on, and now groove me, baby. Hey! Good God, it make me feel so good inside, mama. Come on, man. Groove me, baby. Groove me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, sock it to me, rock it to me. Come on, come on.
There you go, hits here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room. That's the great sound of King Floyd. September 1970, it's on the Chimneyville record label. That's his first release on Chimneyville. Groove Me is the name of that tune, and prior to that we heard the B-side, a great B-side too, What Our Love Needs, as requested, both sides for Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request now for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. And this trio is out of Los Angeles, California. They had 3 releases on the Money record label. Now Mark requested their second release. This trio included Willie Donnell Malone, Norman Otis Richmond, and a female member. Her name was Pat White. Collectively, they were known with a very clever name. They were known as Eminem and The Peanuts, kind of like a takeoff of that candy that melts in your mouth and not in your hands. Remember those M&Ms that you can buy in the store? Well, a takeoff of that candy, but it's this has Norman Otis Richmond on lead. This charted regionally, was number 9 on KGFJ out of Los Angeles, California. Let's go to September of 1964 by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, Eminem and The Peanuts. And we're going to do a dance now, folks. So everybody get up. That includes you, Lenny. It's called The Philly. There you go. We're doing the Philly here on the All 60s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show as requested by listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, September 64, the second of three, for Eminem and The Peanuts on Money Records. It's called The Philly. I found that one there out in the wild. Fun to find records like that in the wild for 25 cents. You really can't go wrong. As I found this one, actually bought this from Mike Layton many, many years ago. It was selling records to me a long time ago for $1 or 50 cents. Actually, I had two copies, had it on the blue label and also the black label chest. But this is a request for listener, where are my notes here? For David Vilma, who is in our YouTube chat, and he's on the East Coast, tuned into the program tonight. And he requested this singer, originally from New York, but he was raised in Detroit, born Ralph Thomas Williams. Now, he would make his debut as a member of Tall Tonio and the Melodies. Now, they recorded for the Detroit-based Step label. That was back in 1959. He was not only a singer, but he was also a prolific songwriter. He would have his first solo release on the Fascination label back in 1962 as Tony Clark with an E. Tony Clark. Now, in late 1963, he would sign with Chess Records to have 6 releases. Now, David requested his third. It's a song he wrote, and I guess you can call this his signature song. And I think he's singing, he's lip-syncing this on YouTube somewhere. And this charted number 31 on Billboard, 28 on Cashbox, 10 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 2 record if you were tuned in to WABQ in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to February of 1965. Fill a request for listener David Vilma. This is Mr. Tony Clark on Chess Records. It's called The Entertainer for David Vilma.
The entertainer, you're the entertainer, the entertainer. You made them laugh and you left them feeling glad. You made them cry and you left them feeling sad. They've seen you perform in so many plays, but they're not to know you're unhappy today. So they'll never know. Go on with the show, cause you're the entertainer, the entertainer. You're the entertainer, the entertainer. The curtain's up and your audience is waiting out there. Now walk on stage, boy, like you don't have a care, and don't let them know that you're feeling so low. Since you girls put you down, you're a sad-hearted clown. But the show must go on and on. Oh, you're the entertainer, the entertainer. You're the entertainer, the entertainer. Yeah. That applause, now you know you made the grade. You fooled them well for the money they paid. Now walk off in style and don't forget to smile. Though your heart tells you frown, you can't let the people down. Sure, your one girl has gone, but you got to go on when you're the entertainer. Tell yourself that you're the entertainer. Walk off in style. You're the entertainer. Come on, entertainer. You're the entertainer. Come on,
I like that song, I have to say. That was a favorite of my Aunt Mary also. She loved that tune there. That one there by request for listener David Vilma in our YouTube chat room, February 1965. Tony Clark on Chess Records. That comes on the blue label too. Reed, you said you have that on the blue label too. And but this one played better. It was a nice mint copy. Song entitled The Entertainer. Now, I have some other info here about Mr. Tony Clark. Now, it was unfortunate for Mr. Tony Clark that his life was cut short when he was shot by his estranged wife, Joyce Elaine, on August 28th of 1971. He was actually breaking in to his own home, and she thought it was an intruder, and she shot him. He was just 31 years old, and it was a horrible ending to a great singer and a songwriter there. Tony Clark there, February 65 for David Vilma. Let us continue here, and let's go back to Philadelphia here. Let's fill a request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. This group included sisters Burl Candy Nelson, we'll call it, Susan Nelson, Jeanette Johnson. She was, let me see. Maybe they were from Port Richmond, New York, not from Philadelphia. These gals were from Port Richmond, New York. I messed up, folks. Their first release came out on the R&L label back in 1963. Now, James requested their first of two on the Cameo record label. This tune written by Kenny Gamble and Jerry Ross, produced by Jerry Ross. This arranged by Jimmy the Whiz Wisner. And it's a dance. We did the Philly. We're going to do this tune now. This charted number 51 on Billboard, 39 on Cashbox. Number 19 on the R&B chart, and a big number 4 record if you were tuned in to WAMS out of Wilmington, Delaware from October 64 for James Brown in our YouTube chat. And let's give a listen to Candy and the Kisses on Cameo Records. We're going to do the 81 for James. That's October 1964 release there for Candy and the Kisses. That one they're going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat room. They're doing the 81, that was a big record in Philadelphia too. Actually it was on the East Coast. I think that record did really well. The 81 for James Brown. As we continue here, and let's see here. It's Johnny G. My sister Tony came up here as, she said, Johnny G, you miss saying hello to certain people in the chat room there. So I kind of got discombobulated there. So my mother is, I wish my mother, she cannot type because she has no feelings in her fingertips. So she cannot type. And she writes down all of your names in the chat room there. So if she sees, if there were 88 names in the chat room now, she would write them all down. I'm telling you, she does. And she's a big fan of the show here. So let me find this next request here. As I have all these, I have 8 pages of requests here, and I don't know which page this is on because this is Edmund's page, and this has Bill Obe on it, and this one here I'm looking for the G page. This is the A page. This is the Busta Bass page. This is the here we no, because those are with 2. This I gotta play something for Amy. Here we go. It's gotta be here. This is for what page is this on, Charlene? I sent Charlene my file, and I can't find the page for my. This is Warren's page. That's Warren's page. This is Leonard Mancini's page. This is Amnon. This is it on this page? I can't see Where is it, Johnny? Where's all your pages here? Amnon, bear with me, folks, because I have all these notes here. This is Ron Harry, Mark Speck, Busta Bass, Sabrina, Evan Blatt, Frank. I have Gary McClendon, and Charlene, did I mess up a page? Did I miss a page here? I'll go to my listing here for the requests, and here we go. It's on the other page, and it's for here we go. I don't know why I can't find Graylin's requests, but anyway, I'm going to go right off of the PC here. So let's fill a request for Gee Dog in our YouTube chat. I apologize for not finding your request, but his name is Grayland. So thank you, Grayland, for being here and for all you do, and for really a bunch of you guys and gals in my chat room that do so much to promote this show. I really appreciate that. But this is a request for Grayland. This is a singer from Rosemark, Tennessee, first recording for the MOTOWN record label back in 1952. And that same year, he would move to Don Robey's Duke label, recording as Bobby Blue Bland. And he would have about, 55 releases or so on the Duke label through 1973. This was his 26th release. His real name was Robert Calvin Brooks, but you know him as Bobby Bland. This one's from December of 1962. And this tune is written by label owner Don Robey. This charted number 29 on Cashbox, 22 on Billboard, number 6 on the R&B chart, and a big number 2 record if you were tuned in to WUST out of Bethesda, Maryland. For Grayland in our YouTube chat room, Mr. Bobby Bland with Call on Me.
Love and affection, a heart so true. Yours for the asking, I've got it all right here for you. You needn't be lonely, you shouldn't be blue. I'll design a life of love for you, and here's all you got to do. When you need a good loving, when you need a good kissing, when you need a good hugging, yeah, 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 won't you call on me? You can't live alone, dear, your whole life through. Everybody needs a future, and I can see my future in you. When When you need a good hug, yeah, 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 won't you call on me? You can't live alone, dear, your whole life through. Everybody has a future, and I can see my future in you. When you need a good loving, when you need a good kissing, when you need a good wild loving, yeah, yeah, won't you call on me? Won't you call on me? Early in the morning.
There you go. That's G. I'm sorry. I said, I don't know why I say it's G Dog is how it is, but I know him now as Graylin. Thank you, Graylin, for your email. He emailed Johnny G at vinyltreasures at AOL.com. And what was good, Graylin gave me all of the labels and the numbers, which makes it so much easier for myself and Charlene. Although I know a lot of yous don't do that, but that's okay, because I can decipher a lot of the things, but it was so helpful. It was so helpful, Graylin, that you did that. But there you go, that one there by request. And I didn't find it because I forgot to put it on the page. Charlene told me, because I sent her a copy of all the things I copied in there. But anyway, we're going to play it there, and that is a great tune. They like that tune there in the YouTube chat room. That's the great Bobby Bland. That's December of '62. It's on Don Roby's Duke record label. It's called Call on Me. Great request there for Graylin. Let us continue here. Fill a request for Edmund Williams here. And I bought this 45 when it came out in July of 1970. The lead vocalist here of an 8-man soul funk band from the Watts section of Los Angeles, California. And he was also a pianist and guitarist and producer, a writer. And he sang with vocal groups also, maybe in the late 1950s, early 1960s. His name is Charles Wright, and he arranged this tune. This is his fourth release, his fourth of 9 on the Warner Brothers record label. I think they first recorded for the, what is that label? It's a white label with green print. Somebody help me out with that, what that label is, because I got records on it. I know Reed knows. A bunch of yous may know, but we'll get to that. But I like this record. Of course, Edmund requested both sides of this 45, and the flip side is, I think I like the flip side better, but I always like this tune anyway, because I remember hearing it on the radio. Yeah, he was with the Twilighters, the Shields, and other labels. Keyman. That's it. Thank you, Reed, for that. I mean, I'm telling you, if I didn't have you guys and gals in the chat room, I don't know where I would be. But this group first recorded, I think, for the Keyman label. But they would end up on Warner Brothers Records. And another one they do is a good one called Loveland, which I think was might have been after this. But this charted number 12 on Billboard. It was number 3 on the R&B chart. And also, this was a big record in a number of places. Number 1 on KYAC in Kirkland, Washington. Let's go to July of 1970 by request for Edmund Williams. It's Charles Wright and the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band. And it's what Johnny G does every time here on the show. It's called Express Yourself for Edmund Williams.
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now, express the jungle too. Everybody on the floor now, jumping like a kangaroo. So let the horn do the do they do, y'all. Some people have everything and other people don't. But everything don't mean a thing if it ain't the thing you want. Express yourself. Express yourself. Oh, do it. Oh, do it. Do it to it. Go on and do it. Y'all do it. Get it. Express yourself. Express yourself. Do the do 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 do
There you go. That one there going out to Edmund Williams. He was in our YouTube chat room there. That's Charles Wright and the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band from July of 1970. Touch of the 70s here on the Warner Brothers record label. Express Yourself is the name of the tune. Johnny G always does that. I am your expressing disc jockey here for a Wednesday evening. And you know, as always, that Edmund requests the flip sides of the 45. Is the flip side here also written and produced by Charles Wright. This is arranged by Fred Hill. Let's do a flip over here, because the flip side is a nice tune too, in my opinion, too. But let us give it a spin here if you have not yet done so. From July of 1970, this is the B-side to Express Yourself. It's Charles Wright and the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band. It's called Living on Borrowed Time for Edmund Williams.
Each time she says she's leaving, I beg her to stay. And I'm secure for another week, a month or a day. I keep hoping she still loves me. I keep praying she still thinks a lot of me. But I know she's not really mine, 'cause I know that I'm living on borrowed time. Oh, I'm living on borrowed time. I'm living on borrowed time. Oh, yeah. My pride says let her go, but my heart says no. If she should leave you, you'll be stripped of your very soul. Oh, I want her forever. Lord knows I need her love forever. And it's driving me out of my mind, 'cause I know that I'm living on borrowed time. Oh, I'm living I come home, when I walk in the place, yeah, I tell you, it's such a pleasing feeling to see a smile up on her face, yeah. I try hard every day, y'all. I've been down on my knees and pray, but I'm still waiting for the day when she say, Daddy, you've been living over all the time. You know you've been living over all the time. Everybody knows you're somebody else's time. Oh, you're living over all the time. And I want to ask, yeah, can you help me, somebody? Can you help me? I want somebody to please. I'm living over all the time. Over all the time. Over all the time. I think I want another one time.
There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's a and B-side request for listener Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room. That's the flip side to Express Yourself from July 1970, a song entitled Living on Borrowed Time, as done by Charles Wright and the Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band. I have a bunch of their singles in my collection. I played one not too long ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, may have triggered Edmund's mind. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show for this special dedication here. And this is a special dedication from listener Amy King in our YouTube chat room. And this is to her dear friend Betty, who is in Atlanta, Georgia, that is tuned into the program. I don't know, all listeners tuned into the program are finding out about them with these emails to Johnny G and whatnot. And I can't thank you enough for those of you that tune into this program and also listen on the archive. I just wish that the copyright police would act better. But this is a request for her dear friend Betty in Atlanta, who is celebrating a birthday today. And so on behalf of Amy and all of us here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, we want to wish Betty a very happy birthday. It's not easy to find an up-tempo 60s birthday song, but I tried with this tune. Amy had a great request, but it was from 1954. I think that's for the Saturday night show, but I couldn't play it on the 60s show. But actually, she gave me two great requests by Gene and Eunice, and also I think Shirley and Lee. They were two great requests, by the way, Amy. But I picked one out for, and I hope Betty likes this girl group from Hanover, Pennsylvania. They were discovered by songwriters and producers Johnny Madera and David White. They discovered this group and instrumental with their contract with Mercury Records. The gals were Deborah Swisher, Kay McCool, and Midge Bollinger. Collectively, they were known as the Pixies Three, and this is their debut single. This charted number 48 on Billboard, number 40 on Cashbox, and this was a big #1 record on WKKO in Cocoa Beach, Florida, if you were tuned into that station. It features Midge Bollinger on lead. This is a special dedication to Betty on her birthday from Amy. From June 63, the Pixies Three on the Mercury label. It's called Birthday Party. This is going out to Betty in Atlanta. Here you go.
Birthday party, birthday party, birthday party. Gonna have a birthday party, everybody's invited. Janie, Jimmy, and Artie, gonna make a night of it. Come on, come along, tonight is midnight. Got a whole lot of presents.
There you go. They're called the Pixies Three. The Pixies Three from June 1963. That is a special dedication from Amy King in our YouTube chat room going out to her girlfriend Betty in Atlanta, Georgia on her birthday today. Song entitled Birthday Party on the Mercury record label. That's their first of 6 for the Mercury label. Now, Badera and White, for the most part, wrote and produced all their singles is what they did. There you go. For Betty in Atlanta. Happy birthday. Let's continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's fill a request now for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. I'm going to play both sides of this single because I like both sides of this single. And this request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room for this guitarist, songwriter, producer, singer, arranger, and director, born in Chicago, Illinois. He was a member, I'm sorry, I messed that up. That's not that one for this. I'm sorry, I was reading about Gerald Sims, and that's another one that I have for Leonard. But this singer is out of New Orleans, Louisiana, on the bottom of the state. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. At 19 years old, he had his first single on Camille Incardona's ABS label, and that was back in 1966. Now, after 2 singles, he would have this release, which was on Dave Bartholomew's Broadmoor label, and his name is Charles Brimmer, and actually, wait, take it back here. Of course, you know David Bartholomew. David Bartholomew may recognize his name. He was A&R man for Lou Chudd's Imperial Records for many, many years, and he was a prolific songwriter also, and had his own releases in the early 1950s. But let's give a listen to I think this is the B-side of the intended B-side of the 45. It's from June of 67. It's on Broadmoor Records. His name is Charles Brimmer. This is for Leonard Mancini. The song is called Mr. Teardrops.
Since you've been gone away, girl, I've counted every day. I've taken all that I can take, but I just can't go on living my life this way, crying tears after tears, crying day after day. I've got a burning sensation with no consolation. I've got a loving ambition. I can't fight this resistance. I'm crying, crying, crying. They call me Mr. Teardrops. They call me Mr. Teardrops. Lies that sometime, baby, even made you cry. But is this the price that I must pay for making those foolish mistakes? Now I'm crying each and every day, but I've got a burning sensation with no consolation. I've got a loving ambition. I can't fight this resistance. I'm crying, crying, crying.
Yeah, that is a that is a cool ballad, I gotta tell you that. There you go, by request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat. That's the sound of Charles Brimmer. Charles Brimmer from June of 1967, a song entitled Mr. Teardrops. It's on the Broadmoor record label. I think it's an in-demand record, and that's a great side, but I think the Northern Soulers, they like the flip side of the 45, so let's flip it over here. This is the intended A side, and there's a vocal group on this side. They're called a group called the Continentals. So this is Charles Brimmer and the Continentals, both sides produced by David Bartholomew, and it's from June of 1967. We just heard the intended B-side for Leonard Mancini, Mr. Teardrops. Let's hear the intended A-side. From June 67, Charles Brimmer, it's called The Feeling Is in My Heart. Charles Brimmer and the Continentals. That is the intended A-side of that 45, as done by His name is Charles Brimmer. Charles Brimmer, June 1967. It's on the Broadmoor label. It's Dave Bartholomew's label down a New Orleans way. The Feeling Is in My Heart, which is definite here when Johnny G puts this show together. It's definitely from my heart out to you. And prior to that, we heard the intended B-side for Leonard Mancini's song entitled Mr. Teardrops. Let's continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat, as Adrian's a big fan of the girl group sound. This tune written and produced by Bob Montgomery. And this group is called the Sonnetss. Now, this is not the group that recorded for the Herald or the Lane labels, according to Ferdy's Disco File. I think they... well, the Sonnetss on Herald were a girl group, I think. No, they were not. They were a male group, and so were the group on the Lane label. But this is from June of '64. Guidon Records out of Philadelphia. So I'm guessing this group is out of Philly. It's for Adrian Viterbo. Let's give a listen to the Sonnetss. Sonnets. It's called. I got the right side. Yeah, it's called Forever for You. For Adrian Viterbo. Girl group sounds here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go. We'll go for listener Adrian Viterbo, June '64. They're called the Sonnetss. The Sonnetss on the Guidon record label. Forever for You is the name of the tune. There you go. Let us continue now. Let's fill a request now for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Memphis, Tennessee, first recorded with a vocal group called the Del Rios. And he goes way back to the Meteor record label. That was the late 1950s. Later, that group would record for Stax Records. He would go solo in the fall of 1961, would have 32 releases for the Stax record label through the year 1974. His real name is William Yarborough, but you know him as William Bell. Now, Ron requested his 12th release for the Stax label. It's a song he wrote together with Booker T. Jones, who also produced this. This charted regionally. This charted number 5 on WBOK if you were listening in New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's go to July of 1967 by request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. William Bell on Stax. It's called Eloise, parentheses, Hang On In There. This is for Ron Harry. Whoops, I got to be careful there. There is there is a dangerous BB hole there in the dead wax there. And there you go, by request for Ron Harry. Where's what I do with the paper here? Tell you, Johnny G gets discombobulated here. That is the great William Bell there. William Bell from July of 1967 on the Stax record label. So Eloise, and then, how should I say it, Darren, in parentheses? That's not in the title. You know I always give the parentheses out. William Bell from July 67 for Ron Harry. Eloise, Hang On In There, which is in parentheses. It's on the Stax record label. Let us continue here. And hold on here. I can't, again, another thing. Johnny G could not. Charlene, did I print out George Chestnut's requests? I can't find the page, but let's fill a request now for George Chestnut as where is it, Johnny? Here we go. As this next group, they were discovered by Fred Cash of the Impressions, and he had the he was the one that was able to get the audition for them to perform for Curtis Mayfield, and Curtis Mayfield liked what he heard and assigned them to his new label that he created called Windy Sea Records. Now the members were all siblings. They were managed by their father. The group included Clarence Jr. Wow, I got the copyright police out on that song. Interesting. They included Clarence Jr., James, Kenneth, Dennis, and Aloha Burke. Collectively, they were known as the Five Stairsteps. Now, this is a request for a listener, George Chestnut. He actually requested both sides of this 45, and this is their fourth of 7 on the Windy Sea record label. It features Clarence Burke Jr. on lead, and he also co-wrote this tune. And this song, as if I go a little bit further to the left, as I can't see what I wrote, this was a number 4 record on WWRL here in New York City, big record here in New York, by request for George Chestnut from December 1966. Let's give a listen to the 5 Stairsteps. The 5 Stairsteps on Windy Sea. It's called Danger. She's a Stranger. This is for George Chestnut. There you go, by request for George Chestnut there. That's the sound of the 5 Stairsteps. There's some clips of them on Dick Clark's Where the Action Is. Pretty cool clips. I mean, they're singing to their records, but still you see the whole group. I mean, back in 1966. There you go, December 66 release for that one. Danger, She's a Stranger on the Windy City record label. Johnny G ain't no stranger. I'm your Wednesday night disc jockey. And George Chestnut also requested the flip side, so we're going to flip it over here. For the intended B-side. Copyright police are on my tail, folks. So let's flip this over here for George. This tune written by Curtis Mayfield and Clarence Burke. It features Clarence Burke Jr. again on lead. I think he did most of the leads, by the way. This song did chart regionally. This was actually a number 10 record on WWIN out of Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go to December of 66 with a B-side here going out to George Chestnut, the 5 Stairsteps, the flip of Danger, She's a Stranger. It's called Behind Curtains on Windy Sea.
sit here all alone, though I wait in turn to sing of love. Really, I have no one of my own. I have no one of my own. And when I cry to you that I love you, if this could only be true. And when I say to you that I need you, oh my darling, I really do. Hoping that you love me too. But the show, they say, must go on. So I'll try to pretend these songs to you I sing, hoping that someone will come along who will see through me in my song. And when I cry to you that I love you, if this could only be true, and when I say to you that I need you, oh my darling, I really do. Hoping that you love me too. Ooh, yeah. Hoping that you come along, hoping you see me in my song.
And B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Both sides of that record, their fourth release for the 5 Stairsteps on Curtis Mayfield's Windy City record label from December 66. That's the flip side of Danger, She's a Stranger. It's called Behind Curtains. That's Clarence Burke Jr. on both sides of that disc. Johnny G is your disc jockey here. I would ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm worried about the copyright police when they come out on every record now, because as they continue to come out as we go on here in the program, they shut me down. But when was it? I think it was after about 2 hours and 40 minutes or so they shut down the program on last Wednesday's show. But I still got requests to go through. Got to go through all the requests that I got, at least one of the requests of the people that sent them in to me. And let's continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Jerry Gingaro. This group first recorded as the El Rays back in 1954. You'll hear that tune on my Saturday night program, a rare record for Checker. They recorded for Checker, but they signed with VJ Records as the Dells. Now, their recording spanned over 3 decades, and I think their last single was in 1991, but after VJ Records, they ended up on Argo Records, which then would morph into Cadet Records. Now, Jerry requested their 6th release on the Cadet record label, and this was a follow-up to their tune called There Is. The tune is written and produced by Bobby Miller. This charted number 44 on Billboard, 41 on Cashbox, 27 on the R&B Billboard R&B chart, and this was a big #1 record on WINW out of Canton, Ohio. It features Marvin Jr. on lead. Let's go to March of 1968 for the great sound of the Dells on Cadets Records. This is for Jerry Gingaro. It's called Wear It on Our Face. The Dells for Jerry.
special place.
I've got my answer, baby.
Let's wear it on our face.
Oh,
Let's wear it on our face.
love is bubbling over, baby.
Going everywhere.
Our hearts can't hold no more.
Got to go somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Love like I was myself.
Special place.
I've got my answer, baby.
Let's wear it on our face. Let's wear it on our face.
Sing it song now.
This love's got to go somewhere. 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 Wear it on our face. On our face now. Hey.
There you go, by request for Jerry Gingaro, tuned into the program March 1968, the great sound of the Dells, Marvin Jr. on lead with the Dells on Cadet Records. Wear It on Our Face is the name of the tune. I'm telling you, if when I have comments in my chat room that the music that you're listening to makes you feel young again, I mean, I feel good about myself when I do that. As I told YouTube that this is an educational show and not only an entertaining show, because a lot of the people that do radio programs, I mean, there are people that do sort of the same thing that I do, but they don't own all the records, you know? I mean, they don't really show you, and they don't even, well, they may own the records, but they don't show you the records. So, and then I go into in-depth of whatever, so it's kind of like my show has its own personality, you would say, the Johnny G personality here, and maybe that's why it's so appealing, because a lot of people have contacted me now. I get so, I'm telling you, when by the time noonday comes every day, I come upstairs here and I have hundreds of emails that I have to answer, and people are asking me requests, and we're talking about the music, and they're talking about their past and when they found certain records, and that's all good. If you're a record collector like I am, that is a good thing to do, and I've always done that with the people that are in my inner circle, in the collecting hobby. So, and many of you know that are tuned into the program, we've spoken on the phone before about the collecting hobby and the ins and outs and whatnot. And I'm glad that people are still, I want people to tune into this program, and a lot of people, believe me, most of you do know a lot of these records. I looked at my demographics. They said that I think 70% of my audience that tunes, but to all the programs now, I think it would be maybe a little different if I looked at each individual, because YouTube doesn't do that. 70% of my audience is 65 and older, but the other percentages are split. I think I have some even younger than 35 that are tuned into this music, and I even have some of your sons and daughters that are tuned into this music, which totally gives me a thrill, I'm telling you. But again, when this record came out, I was 10 years old when this record came out. Although I remember a lot of these songs because my aunt had them in her collection. So I'm just hoping that at least you can, you get kind of like a taste of all this music, especially the soul music here that is a favorite of mine and many of you also. But let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. I'm going to go to page 1 for this. I'm telling you, Charlene, I messed all this up. So we're going to go to Brooklyn, New York with this request for David Silberg. The lead singer of this group was first a member, he was a lead singer of a 50s group called the DuPonts. Some of you record aficionados may know that. Recorded for the Winley and also for the Royal Roost labels, and then a group called the Chesters on the Apollo label. Then finally for the Imperials, they recorded for George Gollner's End record label, but they would break up, I think, after End, the releases on End, but they would kind of get together again, and they would record for Teddy Randazzo's DCP International label, and Don Costa, but they would meet up with Teddy Randazzo, who produced all their singles, and he would sell that label to United Artists Records, and their singles were transferred over to their subsidiary Veep Records. So this was David requested their 10th of 19 on the Veep label. This written and produced by Teddy Randazzo, and it features Anthony Guardine on lead. And on this single, for some reason, I don't know why, they decided to drop Little from the title, which was I think it was Dick Clark that gave him the name Little when they did Tears on My Pillow on American Bandstand, because he was a little guy. But on this single that David requested, they're known as Anthony and the Imperials. Now this came out in October of 1966 on Veep Records. This charted number 7 on WCIT. Is it Lima or Lima, Ohio? That's where this was a hit. So for David Silberg, Anthony and the Imperials with It's Not the Same. This is for David Silberg.
The color of her eyes, the way she wears her hair, she looks so much like you, standing right there. But when I take her in my arms, there is no magic more in her charms. Baby, it's not the same, oh no. When we're kissing, it's not the same, oh no. Something's missing, it's not the same, not the same. She isn't you, baby. What can I do? Her voice sounds just like yours. She wears the same perfume, and I swear it's you when she walks into a room. Yeah. But every time I hold her tight, I wanna cry 'cause it isn't right. Baby, it's not the same, oh no. When we're kissing, it's not the same, oh no. Something's missing, it's not the same, not the same. She isn't you, and I know that she will never be. You're the only love in life for me. Take me back, baby, please. She can't replace you. Oh, oh, oh. When we're kissing, it's not the same. Oh no, something's missing. It's not the same, not the same. No, 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 it's not the same. No, baby, it's not the same. No, 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 no. It's not the
There you go, by request for David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. October 66 release for Anthony on this one. Anthony and the Imperials. It's on the Veep record label. It's Not the Same is the name of the tune. But Johnny G tries to make it the same as it was back then. As we continue here, let's go back to 1964. Fill a request for Andrew G. And he asked for this girl group out of Washington, D.C. They first recorded as the Impalas back in 1961 on the Checker label. That's not an easy record to find. I have featured it on my Saturday night program. Then in late 1962, they signed with the Start label and changed their name to the Four Jewels. And the group included Margie Clark, Martha Harvin, Grace Ruffin, and lead singer Sandra Peoples. They had 3 releases on the Start label. Their first release was a tune you may know. It was called Loaded with Goodies. That would get picked up nationally and distributed by Checker Records. They would have one more release on the Checker label in January 64. And they would drop the 4 and become the Jewels. And then they signed with Dimension Records, and this is the request that Anthony selected. Their first of 2 on Dimension, a tune written by Randall Stewart and Ray Evans. This is arranged and produced by Gene Page. Sandra Peoples, she's on lead. This charted nationally, number 59 on Cashbox, 64 on Billboard, and a big number 2 record if you were listening out in California to KRLA in Los Angeles, and also KGB in San Diego, California from July 64. Let's give a listen to the Jewels. The Jewels on Dimension for Andrew G. It's called Opportunity.
Star of the show, but he didn't remember all the things that were said. He let success go straight to his head. Somebody help him! Opportunity was. Somebody help him! Mama, baby. Opportunity was. Take a lesson from a fool's advice. Opportunity knocks once, twice. They say opportunity is like a father time. It keeps on rolling, he'll pass you by. Somebody help him! Opportunity was. Somebody help him! Opportunity was. Somebody, baby. Opportunity was. Comes once in a life. He runs all day in the rise of sun. He don't come home until the night is done. Oh, the fool don't know he has so much fun. But for him, the future is done. Yeah, 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 yeah. Opportunity was. Somebody help him. Opportunity was. Opportunity was. Somebody help him. Opportunity was. Because it's my mama, baby. Yeah. Somebody help him. Oh, yes. I said it's my mama, baby.
There you go. That one there going out to Andrew G. That's the sound of the Jewels. The Jewels from July 1964 on the Dimension record label. Their tune called Opportunity is the name of that one. That's, who did I say? That was Sandra Yeah, that was Sandra Peoples on lead. Now, Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room, he asked Johnny G to flip the 45 over, so we will do that. And I think that's what you said right there. Let me see. Gotta find a way. Yes, we can. So let's flip it over here. Instant request for listener G-Dog in our YouTube chat, a.k.a. Graylin. Let's flip over the Jules Opportunity on the Dimension label from July of 1964. You get this tune. It's called Gotta Find a Way. This is for Grayland in our YouTube chat room. Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. That's a great B-side, I have to say. I don't know if I played that, Charlene. Have I played that side on the program before? You know, Charlene Whiteside is my admin assistant. She maintains a database for me. Sometimes it gets a little wonky. Sometimes I have to fix it. But she can check on any of the songs that I've played since probably going back to 2007, I think, is everything in that Excel spreadsheet. But there you go. That's a B-side there. Going out to Andrew G. That's the flip side of Opportunity by the Jules. It's called Gotta Find Me a Way. Cool tune there. Now, gotta find a way, not find me. Well, you found Johnny G. I'm telling you, it's interesting that I get lots of people over in the UK across the pond tuned into the program live. I don't know if they set their alarms or they're up early or whatever. And I'm a night owl. You know, I'll be in bed at 4 a.m. in the morning, just going on my phone, just kind of thumbing through and seeing what their live programs are. And I sometimes tune in. I'll leave it on and then I'll fall asleep. But we do get lots of people live over in the UK and other countries also. So welcome here. And that's why it's so important to subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep the copyright people away. So let us continue here. And on last week's show, I featured a request for listener James Brown, this duo from out of Florida, James Lee Purify and Robert Lee Dickey. They recorded as James and Bobby Purify. They were actually cousins. They recorded for the Bell record label. Now, James requested the intended B-side of their second release on Bell called You Can't Keep a Good Man Down. It was Avatar in our YouTube chat room that requested the intended A-side, which was this was the follow-up to the duo's biggest hit, I'm Your Puppet. This was the side, their second of 10 for Bell Records. This tune written by Dan Penn and Spooner Oldham. This charted number 38 on Billboard, number 35 on Cashbox, number 27 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 2 record if you were tuned in to WRAW out of Reading, Pennsylvania. So we'll send this one out to listener Avatar in our YouTube chat room, January 67. It's James and Bobby Purify on Bell. It's called Wish You Didn't Have to Go. This is for Avatar. was looking for Gary's request. I couldn't find it. I'll find it after this record there. There you go. That one there going out to Avatar on our YouTube chat. That's the great James and Bobby Purify. From January 1967, their second release for the Bell record label. That's the A-side called Wish You Didn't Have to Go is the name of the tune. Time to go yet. We're here till midnight, maybe a little bit after midnight, as long as the copyright police don't kick us out. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Frank Gingaro. He left. Jerry was tuned into the program, and they left. Frank will hear on the archive. And he requested this group from New York. They first recorded for the Shell label. They were known as the Compliments, and the lead singer of the group at that time, when they first recorded, was Mike Zara. But he would leave the group, and they would sign with Congress Records and replace Zara with Vic Donna. Now, Vic Donna, he sang in the late 1950s with a vocal group called the Parakeets, recorded for the Atlas record label. But he had some solo efforts and recorded with other groups, I think even after this. But he is the lead singer on this, and this is a request for Frank Gingaro. Let's go to October of 1965 for The Compliments. The Compliments with Vic Donna on lead. It's on Congress Records. It's called The Time of Her Life. This is for Frank Gingaro.
She's always out. She's having a ball, yeah. While I just sit home with nothing at all. While she's having the time of her life. Oh, the nights are so long. I get so lonely, yeah, just waiting at home by the telephone while she is having the time of her life. She'll never love you completely. No, she'll never love you at all. I can hear them say, "We told you so," when they told me you'd never let her go. So I'll stay behind while she goes her merry way. She must have known that I would cry while she is having the time of her life. Oh, now baby, I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I said, baby, I need you, and I love you. Yeah. Now I don't want nobody else.
Yeah, it has the sound of The Compliments. That's probably their harder one to get, Reed, I'd say. And The Compliments there by request for Frank Gingaro from December 65. The Time of Her Life is the name of that tune. That's Vic Donna on lead for that one. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Emnon. This gal, she's originally from Racine, Wisconsin. Brian, is that up by you? I don't know, but she started recording back in 1957 with the Coral record label. Now in the early 60s, she had releases on Signature, on Roulette, on the KC label, and also Warner Brothers. But after Warner Brothers Records, she ended up on Berry Gordy Jr.'s MOTOWN record label. She had 5 releases on the label, and Emnon requested her third release, this tune written by Smokey Robinson, and this is the original version of this song. Some of you might know the version as done by the Marvelettes, but they did it in 1968 on the Tamla label, but this is the original version as done by her. This bubbled under at number 125, but this was a big number 5 record if you were tuned in to KATZ out of St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go to March of 1967 for Barbara McNair. Yes, Barbara McNair on the MOTOWN record label. This is for Emnon, and the original version of Here I Am, Baby, Barbara McNair.
Here I am, baby, the one who swore to never yield. Here I am, baby,
Yeah, that is a soulful sound there for Barbara McNair, March 1967. Her third release for the MOTOWN record label there, by request for listener Mnon. The original version of Here I Am Baby. You may know the version as done by the Marvelettes. Let us continue now, and let's fill a request now for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room, and he requested this singer originally from Clarksdale, Mississippi, and his real name Samuel Cooke. And Cooke's family moved to Chicago in 1933 when he was 14 years old, and he was a member of the Highway QCs. And in 1950, he replaced gospel tenor R.H. Harris as the lead of the Soul Stirrers, recording for Art Roop's specialty record label. Now, in 1957, he went secular, unbeknownst to the people in the gospel vein. Some of the people were upset that he switched over to secular music. With releases on Keene Records, but in January of 1960 he would sign with RCA Records. Now, Joe requested his 13th of 24 releases on RCA. Now, this song dates back to 1913 as done by Gene Green, but this one is a Hugo and Luigi production, arranged by the singer and Ralph Burns. His name, Sam Cooke. This charted number 14 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart, number 3 on WRIT in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's go to July of 1963 by request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith. Mr. Sam Cooke on RCA and his rendition of the tune Frankie and Johnny for Oldies Fan.
Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. At least that's the way the story goes. Frankie bought everything for Johnny, from his sports car to his Ivy League clothes. Oh, he was a man, all right. Oh, but he was doing her wrong. Just to show you what can happen, a friend came running to Frankie, said, you know, I wouldn't tell you no lie. I saw your man riding in his Jaguar with a chick named Nellie Bly. Oh, if he was your man, honey, let me tell you he was doing you wrong. Let me tell the story. Frankie ran around the corner and peeped in a swinging place. And there she saw Johnny with the woman. He had his arm around her waist. Oh, he was a man, all right, but Frankie could see that he was doing her wrong. And oh, let me tell you, Frankie reached down in a pocketbook and up with a long 44. She shot once, twice, 3 times, and Johnny fell on the hardwood floor. Oh, he was a man, all right, but she shot him because she was doing her wrong. But the last thing he told her was, Frankie, you know I love you. Why? Honey, why did you do that, Frankie? I was telling her about you, Frankie. You know I love you, Frankie. You know that I love you, yeah, 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 yeah. Now, Frankie, you know good and well that I love you.
There you go. I'm telling you, I can't find Gary's requests. I had him here. I had the D-Town label, and I'm looking for it. Where the hell is it? It can't be far. Did I leave? I didn't leave. But there you go. There you go. By request for listener oldies fan, aka Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. That's a great sound of Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke, and I lost this page too, Johnny. You are a fool. Here it is. From July 1963, Mr. Sam Cooke, Frankie and Johnny, his rendition of that tune on the RCA record label. Copyright Police on Johnny G's tail here. And let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room as we go back to Detroit now. This group recorded earlier on the Go G record label, also on Checkmate and Highlight. But in late 1962, the lead singer Joey Finazzo would leave the group. He would be replaced by Sal Prado, and they would change their name to the Embers. Now, they were first known as the Seminoles, and then, oh no. You see that, folks? You see what happened? It happens all the time. You see that? They would change their name to the Embers, and they had a release on the Act 4 label. And I have featured that here on the program before, the Act 4 release. But the song really went nowhere, but the group continued to shop the song around, and it would get picked up by MOTOWN. And this time they decided to switch their name back to the Seminoles, and this came out on the MOTOWN record label. Now, it's a tad shorter, and this one has better fidelity for some reason. I don't know, maybe it was mixed differently or whatnot, but it features Sal Prado on lead. Let's go to April of 1965 for the Seminoles. This is by request for listener Chris Reed. The Seminoles on MOTOWN. The song is called You Can Lump It. So, let's go back here. So, before I was so rudely interrupted by the copyright, listen, because I was on live on Oldies and More Radio, folks, with that. So, before I was rudely interrupted by the copyright police here, Reed probably wants to hear this record in its entirety, but you should have been listening on the Oldies and More stream for that. And again, so I guess the Sam Cooke was the last straw. I told you when I have too many songs that are copyright infringement after it first starts, and I don't know why it's this show. It always happens with this show. They block it, but it's back now. So I'm going to have to stick to the obscure records. So I'm going to have to play artists that are not well known. And I don't know, this maybe qualifies because they let it come back with this. So let us backtrack here. I don't know how much you heard. Yeah, I don't think you heard anything really. So what I said was that we're going to Detroit next with a request for listener Chris Reed. This group first recorded as the Seminoles, And they had earlier releases on Go G, Checkmate, and Highlight Records. In late 1962, the lead singer of that Seminoles group, Joey Finazzo, would leave the group, and he was replaced by a new lead singer. His name was Sal Prado, and they changed their name to the Embers, and they recorded this tune originally then. It came out on the Act 4 label, which I have played here on the program. But that record went nowhere, but the group continued to shop the song around. It got picked up by this label, another local label out of Detroit called MOTOWN Records, but they decided to change their name and go back to the Seminoles. So they released this again, second time around, as the Seminoles. And I think this is it's mixed differently, and I think it's a tad shorter than that the Act 4 release. But again, the fidelity is even better on this, but they're both styrene. But this features Sal Prado on lead, and this is a request for Chris Reed. April 65, the Seminoles on the MOTOWN record label, and this is what YouTube can do. You Can Lump It is the name of the tune. This is for Chris Reed. We'll play it again for Reed. Messed it up again. Wait. Messed it up.
I've tried everything that you told me to. I stopped doing the things you thought that I shouldn't do. I know you've done me wrong, and my love for you is gone. And if you don't like it, well, if you don't like it, I'll tell you what you can do. You can love, yeah. You can love, yeah. You can love, oh baby. You promised me that you would stop running around, but I found out about you. I know what's happening now. Take me for a fool, and I'll no longer cry for you. And if you don't like it, well, if you don't like it, I'll tell you what you can do. You can love, yeah. You can love, yeah. You can love, oh baby. You can love, baby. Now I finally found someone new. And I know that this little girl will soon take the place of you. I know she'll treat me nice, and everything will be alright. And if you don't like it, well, if you don't like it, I'll tell you what you can do. You can love, yeah. You can love, yeah. You can love, oh baby. You can love, baby. You can love, yeah. You can love, baby. You can love, yeah. You can love, baby.
There you go, by request for Chris Reed there. We started playing that, and Reed King wanted to hear it in its entirety. So there you go. That's a special request for Reed King, April 1965. Sal Prado on lead. Those are the Seminoles on MOTOWN Records. And I'm telling YouTube, You Can Lump It. There you go, is the name of the tune. Let us continue here. Let's see if Leonard Mancini's request will make it through the copyright police here, as they're chasing Johnny G. This is a request for Leonard Mancini. This group first recorded as the Prophets back in 1967 for the Delphi record label. They were from Augusta, Georgia. They were formed by Billy Scott, aka Peter Pendleton, and his wife Barbara. They would change their name to the Georgia Prophets. First recorded this 45, I should say this song Oh, wait, I should say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This was their first release as the Georgia Prophets on the Double Shot record label. It features Barbara and Billy Scott. This charted number 16 on WQOK out of Greenville, South Carolina. This one released in April of 1969. This is by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. The Georgia Prophets on Double Shot. It's called For the First Time. This is for Leonard.
Brother sunshine,
You made my day a little brighter.
you gave me your sweet wine.
I feel a heart a bit lighter.
What a sweet surprise! The taste of love for the first time. We ate the fruit from the love vine for the first time. You made my heart sing.
A melody, a sweet laughter.
You gave eternal spring.
Yes, we found what we were after.
What a sweet surprise! The taste of love for the first time. Ate the fruit from the love vine for the first time. I know a part of you is now a part of me.
As though we're two, we're one. We've set each other free
From an empty soul, not half whole or weak. You, brother sunshine.
You made my day a little brighter.
You gave me your sweet wine.
I feel our hearts a bit lighter.
What a sweet surprise! The taste of love for the first time. We ate the fruit from the love vine for the first time. The taste of love for the first time. We ate the fruit from the love vine. The taste of love for the first time. We ate the fruit from the love vine.
Yeah, folks, you see what they did? They blocked it again here, so it looks like it's going to be terrible here till the end of the program here, unfortunately. So that's going to be an early exit for Johnny G. But let's try it a little bit more here. So there you go. That by Leonard Mancini there by request. Those are the Georgia Prophets. The Georgia Prophets. I'm looking for, here you go. From April of 1969 on the Double Shot record label for the first time is the name of the tune. Now in 1970 they would sign with Capricorn Records. They also have, I have a release by them on the Capricorn record label. Now I'm looking for this next request. I found a Gary's request here. Gary McClendon's, I think it's Gary McClendon's, as I'm looking here. For the, maybe if I don't say anything for a few minutes, it'll come on here, because there'll be no music. But anyway, so let's, here it is. Let's fill this request for listener Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room as we go to New York for this singer. This is on... His name is Larry Sanders. He's called the Prophet of Soul. Had 2 releases on Alexander Randolph's Sound of Soul label, which was out of New York City. Now, this was his first. The tune written by the label owner under the name of Dickie Diamond. So there you go. Charlene did some digging for that. This one released in July of 1971 by request for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. I don't know, Gary, if you're tuned in on Oldies and More Radio, but this is Larry Sanders on Sound of Soul Records. It's called Story of My Love. This is for Gary McClendon.
For me with gratefulness, yeah, yeah. Oh, baby, baby, why it's for you, Lord, with all my happiness, Lord, Lord, yeah, yeah. Well, it's for love and unselfishness by far, yeah, yeah. And oh, it's for one. It's now we are, Lord, yeah, yeah. It's for the vow we made in the past. It's forever. My love lasts. Oh, baby, Lord. Oh, those white tell me that I love you true. Oh, yeah. That's why I got to spare my feelings out to you. Oh, it's a story. Oh, yeah. Woo! Lord, this is the story of my love. Baby, 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 baby. This is the story of my love. Woo! Lord, yeah. Lord, gotta tell you. Gotta tell you. This is the story of my love. Gotta tell you, darling. Lord, baby, I need you. Baby, baby, baby.
Well, that kept the the YouTube police away, and again, I found that request. I couldn't find it on my table, Gary. I apologize for that. I wanted to play that sooner, but now I lost my notes because I was going to play a record. I'm trying to see. I didn't play a record for Bill Olb. I didn't do that. But here you go. That's a touch of the 70s there. That July 1971. That's Larry Sanders. He was known as the Prophet of Soul on the Sound of Soul record label. Story of My Love is the name of the tune. Larry Sanders. That's going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. I did find that one, Gary. I have a couple others here for you also here, but I'm like afraid to play anything here. But let's try this one because let me play something from 1972 now. Let's see if the copyright, and this is not a hit by any means, but this is a request for listener Bill Olb. So Bust the Bass they're taking bets now in the YouTube chat room if Johnny G if Johnny G is going to get shut down here. At least I got to get to 12 o'clock. And it's kind of funny that I played hits earlier in the program, and around the same time last week they did the same thing, if you recall. But you see, it kills my audience. I had like 98 people, at least there were 565 that have come to the program tonight, and maybe tuned in for all I know, but at least they came to the program. But it cuts my audience in half. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. I don't know. And I just don't have the time to get in touch with YouTube and find out what is with them with this thing, because they post it, and the only thing I think of is, like I say, I don't have enough subscribers. I can't think of anything else. Why would they let it post in its entirety? And it's ridiculous to talk about it, because a lot of people they air this broadcast on other stations and whatnot that I've been finding out about. But anyway, and that's okay. But this is a request for listener Bill Obe, this singer. Born in Rochester, New York. Now, he was a regular on Dick Clark's Where the Action Is. Now, you may know his biggest hit. It would be his signature song. It was called Every Day I Have to Cry. And that came out on Checker Records, I think. He was a very diverse singer, can sing all types of songs in all types of genre. Later, he became a big producer and label owner. This is on a label called Entrance Records. Actually had 5 releases on this label. And I don't know, Bill, if you own this 45, I have the same song on both sides. So I don't know if there ever was a flip side on this. So how could this be a big hit for the YouTube police? I doubt it. Entrance was a division of Columbia Records. The tune written by, well, this is where it might get me, a tune written by Tony Wine and I think it's Irwin Levine, Charlene, and Wes Farrell, and produced by Tony Wine from October 72. Let's give a listen to Steve Alaimo. Steve Alaimo on the Entrance label. This is for Bill Obe. It's called Sand in My Pocket for Bill Obe. Here you go, Steve Alaimo.
She was tall and tan, and any man will give his heart to her. And I gave her mine in the summertime, but it never did return. She came to me one night just like a pearl from out the sea, and disappeared like a summer breeze, leaving just a memory. But I got sand in my pocket, holding a seashell to my ear, and the words, I love you forever, is all that I still hear. Oh, I got sand in my pocket, and a teardrop in my eye. Gee, it's been a short forever, gee, it's been a long goodbye. Walking along the boardwalk and winning a kiss or two, holding hands, making plans to last a lifetime through. Among the clouds of cotton candy, I saw the golden ring, and the wheel spins off, but your love is gone. Whoa, I lost everything. Yeah, but I got sand in my pocket, holding a seashell to my ear, and the words, I love you forever, is all that I still hear. Oh, I got sand in my pocket, and a teardrop in my eye. It's been a short forever, yeah, it's been a long goodbye. I still got sand in my pocket, holding a seashell to my ear, and the words, I love you forever. Oh, that's all that I feel.
I guess I can't win. No matter what I do, I can't win. There you go. By request for Bill Obe. Even on that tune there. That is that's Steve Alaimo. Steve Alaimo from October 1972 on the Entrance label. A monster hit for him that YouTube has blocked. A song called Sand in My Pocket is the name of the tune. Oh my goodness. As we continue here, let's try it here as now that is over and done. Let's fill a request. I mean, again, it's gonna really turn off the listeners eventually. Those of you that are watching on your TVs, imagine, you're watching it and the picture goes completely blank. It's kind of disappointing in a way. But let us continue here. Let's try this one here. Fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. This next singer, he recorded for many different labels, and I really can't find any information on him. He goes by the name of Jimmy. Well, wait a minute. Is this Jimmy Williams? This isn't Little Jimmy Williams. I don't think it's Little Jimmy Williams. But this is his lone release on the Atlantic record label. This is a song he co-wrote. It's produced by Ted Cooper and arranged by Bob Haley. This did chart regionally, number 31 on WAMO out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from July 65. I don't know if this maybe this is Little Jimmy Williams, Charlene. I don't know. You don't have it here. The song is called Walking on Air. Jimmy Williams for Edmund Williams on Atlantic.
I feel like I'm walking on air, climbing slowly up heaven's stair, 'cause I'm in love to the extreme, and it's for real and not a dream. I feel like I'm walking on air. I feel like I'm walking on air, poor but rich as a millionaire, 'cause I have found my pot of gold in your embrace. I've wealth untold. I feel like I'm walking on air. Love, never let me go. Love, never let me know. Heartache again. I feel like I'm walking on air, head in the clouds, but I don't care. Nothing on earth can break the tie. Your love is life, and that is why I feel like I'm walking on air. I feel like I'm walking on air. I feel like I'm walking on.
Well, they let that one play. They let that one play. That one by request for listener Edmund Williams there. Jimmy Williams, is that Little Jimmy Williams? I don't know if it is. But that one there is July of 1965. I didn't double check this, is what I didn't do. Jimmy Williams, Walking on Air is the name of the tune on the Atlantic record label. Now, I also requested the flip side, which I think is a better tune, but he wanted that one first. Let's flip the 45 over here. This tune is called, you got to change that title, Charlene. It's called I'm So Lost, okay? And arranged and produced by Ted Cooper for Alice, what is that? Alice in Wonderland Productions. That's interesting. Its publisher is Painted Desert BMI. Okay, Painted Desert and BMI. You going to give me a copyright issue on this? Let's see. So let's do a flip side here. But I think this is the the better side. It's called I'm So Lost. This is for Edmund Williams, July 65. Jimmy Williams. I'm so lost. I am.
Just like a leaf with no branch to hold on to, I'm spinning round, going down and down. I'm so lost, I'm so lost, and I'll wither and die, 'cause for me there's no life without you. Just like a babe left alone on somebody's doorway, I helplessly cry, but no one cares that I am so lost. I'm so lost. I don't know where you are, and like a child in the dark, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. And without your love, girl, don't have a prayer in the world. I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
As by request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, that is the better side, I have to admit. And I think I may have played that before sometime a long, long time ago. But that's on the Atlantic record label. It's Jimmy Williams. Jimmy Williams, July 65. I'm So Lost. It's on the Atlantic record label. And I'm telling you, when the copyright police destroyed Johnny's show, I lost half the listeners, at least in the chat room there. But let us continue here. Let's try this, James Brown, with your request here. Let's see what happens. I know there's a video of these gals singing this song on that Haas TV show, The Beat. So they should let this go through, I think. This girl group out of Waco, Texas. This is a request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. They formed while they were all attending G.W. Carver High School. Now, the trio consisted of Paula Hardin, Samantha Harris, and lead singer on this, her name is Annie Johnson Alexander. And I'm featuring this on the original first press of the 45. It's on the Toy label. It would get picked up nationally on Loma Records. This one produced by Dale Hawkins, and this is actually a cover. This song was first done by Linda Burns on the Titex label in October of 1965. This one released in February of 1966. Let's give a listen to The Dolls by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. The Dolls on Toy. And it's a cool two-sided 45. Maybe I'll flip it over if the copyright police don't block it. The Dolls with The Reason Why for James Brown.
I can see that you love now.
unfortunately, they blocked that one there too, and that is on YouTube. Okay, they're singing that record on YouTube. There you go. That one there for James Stone. I'm sorry, not James Stone, James Brown. I don't know why I'm mixing James Stone from the Saturday with James Brown. It's not good, Johnny. That's because I'm so kind of pissed, you know that? Those are the Dolls on the Toy record label from 1966, song entitled The Reason Why. And I don't know the reason why, folks, but we're going to do... I'm going to save this record for Busta for next week because I don't want to play it because they're going to shut it down. But we're going to play. We're going to do one more. Let's do it this way, okay? We're going to do one more record here, and it'll be the closer for tonight. So I just want to thank those of you that are going to be tuning into this program on the archive. Are not going to see any of these blockages here. I mean, those of you tuned in on Oldies and More Radio, so you're hearing me, and that's okay. But again, this program is on, both channels simultaneously. So when this happens, it's not good. It's not good for me, and it's not good for you, the listeners. So unfortunately, that's going to do it for the Vinyltreasure show for this Wednesday evening. I apologize wholeheartedly for what YouTube is doing to the program here. It's not really a good thing, and I have to understand why they do this. But anyway, if you do have a request for a future show, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact for your disc jockey, Johnny G. And I will be back here next Wednesday evening with more Soul 45s out of my collection or your requests. And I'll be back Saturday night if you like 1950s and early 60s vocal group harmony and doo-wop sounds. I play those records by year. Tune into that program Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on YouTube and also live on Oldies and More Radio. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help on this program. Charlene helps me immensely on the soul shows and the Saturday night shows. And she was very instrumental with putting together the requests that you sent into Johnny G. So I have to give a shout out to Charlene, as she is always so helpful to me. Sometimes I get irritated. I don't mean it that way, but so many things go wrong here on the program that I have no control over. So it's distressing for me. After spending so much time, Charlene spends a lot of time, and I do. So I don't know. But anyway, I will be back next Wednesday right here on YouTube, and also tune in Saturday at 9 p.m. if you're into 1950s vocal groups. I play those records by year. So anyway, but again, thank you all for being here. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm telling you, more subscribers will get me a little bit more leeway. But let us close the show tonight with a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, and I've played this song on this program before, so they better let it play, and it wasn't too long ago either. And let me show it to you. It's by Mary Wright, okay? Mary Wright on the Kim label. I have a little bit of information about this record. Not much is known. Actually, Adrian requested the flip side of this. I don't know if it was last week, a song called One Guy, which is a great ballad with a vocal group. But we're going to close with this side. This is the intended A side here. Let me put it on, folks. And the notes I have here for Adrian, this is a good tune here. Let me see. Where's Adrian's notes? You see all the notes? These are the notes that Johnny G does on the program. I type these up, to give me notes to read out there. So you tell me how many people are passionate about the music, and here and then they go and shut down the show. So I got it. I got it in for YouTube, but here you go. On the April 19th Saturday night show, I closed the show with the flip side of this tune, which was the intended B-side. It was called One Guy, as requested by Adrian. Her name is Mary Wright, and I really can't find any info on her, but the only thing I can decipher is that Bud Johnson is the arranger and conductor and producer of this tune, and Fred Page is the writer of the tune. Now, Bud Johnson Jr., I think he's Bud Johnson Jr., and Fred Page were members of a 1950s vocal group called the Chanters that recorded for the Deluxe record label in the late 1950s. And maybe the Chanters, at this late stage, April of 63, are backing her up on One Guy, which is the intended B-side, but they're also singing on the A-side here, which is a great tune also. By request for Adrian Viterbo from April 63, our closer tonight is by Mary Wright. It's called I Was a Fool. Maybe Johnny G is a fool tonight for doing this on YouTube. If there was another platform I can go on, folks, like my own platform, where I could play anything I want, and I wouldn't care if they censored me, that would be a good thing. But unfortunately, it is not. I don't have my own server to do that. Well, I need a lot of other things, and I don't know if I can do that. But YouTube has so many potential to have so many people to tune into the program, millions and millions of people. I mean, I think there's other avenues also, but I was fine with this show for a long time, and now all of a sudden they're giving me problems with the 60s show. But anyway, so thank you all for being here this evening. I'm sorry for the blockages here. And again, those of you that are tuning in on the archive, you're not going to see the blockages. But the people that are tuned into the chat room, they are ticked off. I know they are. You should write YouTube and say, especially those of you that pay for a subscription, that's not fair what they do. And I know I see some of you say that. But anyway, this is for Adrian Viterbo, folks. Thank you all for being here. Mary Wright, I Was a Fool is our closer. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is for Adrian.
Much more